Hey DePauw, this is Kevin James from New York City. Welcome to DePauw Music NYC.
We're here at CMA, Chamber of Music America, at the Westin Hotel, and we're about to hear a keynote speech.
We're at the CMA music event, and we're waiting for the keynote speaker. Not really sure what, assuming it's music since we're in music.
We just got a lot of free stuff.
Yeah. Show your name tags. We're official now.
I was just at a session on developing residencies for chamber ensembles and working with various constituencies, institutions, fundraising, long-term planning, everything like that was fascinating. And you?
Was on a session on recordings, which was very informative and interesting. Lots of diverse, a panel of very different ideas of how to promote the CD and go after creating a promotional CD or a commercial CD. So it was very interesting to see the different opinions.
How do you deal with audience development and getting more young people and people of color into audiences? One of the best examples I can give is that I did this example when I was doing a presentation at the League, and I just held up kind of all of their brochures and their marketing materials. And basically, for the most part, they were devoid of people of color or young people, other than it was a specific YPC concert or something like that. There were, I think, two exceptions. One, the music director was actually African American, and the other was a jazz series, I think. And then I held up a Jet magazine with a Ford ad, and then I held up, I think it was the New Yorker, with the ad for the exact same car. I think it was the Ford Taurus. Totally different ads, totally different feel, totally different people, same product. And so the point being that to be able to reach out to new audiences doesn't mean that we change our product and who we are or the integrity of the music that we are performing. Engaging new audiences doesn't require that, but it does require actually changing your marketing materials and understanding how a community responds to materials. One of a good examples, this relates to recruitment, so it's a little different than audience development. We started doing a program, an educational program in very hard-hit neighborhoods in Detroit, and we printed up these beautiful brochures, and we're like, oh, this is just going to be great, and this is a free program, oh my God, everyone should just leap at the opportunity to get musically educated through space. And we had, I think, 3 students initially in the program, and we were frustrated. Because it just simply was not a community that was going to respond to a brochure that they found somewhere in their neighborhood. And so you have to look at how you do that. Example I can give is for our Carnegie Hall performances that sell out. For the 8 weeks leading up to the Carnegie Hall performance, we do community performances. We perform at local churches, communities of color. We partner with schools, so basically all of the New York public schools get information about the concert. And not just that, but we share curriculum so that the teachers can actually teach the students about the music that we're performing that composes of color. So it is a deep level of engagement. We don't have a marketing budget. We never put an ad in Time Out or anything like that. But instead we spend vast amounts of human resource time engaging in real relationships and partnerships that build a real relationship with the community that we want to come into the hall. And that is very difficult to do, and it takes a lot of time. And I would say that nothing can really replace that type of advocacy work.
This went to some showcase performances at Chamber Music America. It wasn't all traditional classical music, but that was mostly what it was. I'm glad I got to use some of my music history knowledge that I learned last semester. The 2 performances I saw were a brass quintet and a string quartet. They were all really good. It was already fun to listen to. And we're going to go to the Philharmonic later. Stop playing musicians and musicians too!
before, but I'm looking forward to hear the New York Philharmonic play, and hopefully there'll be some good bass lines.
I really enjoyed it. Yeah, and the program was really interesting. They had a lot of information about the composer, and I enjoyed reading that as well. It was spectacular. The conductor had the entire thing memorized, which is kind of blows my mind because that was a really long performance. It was beautiful, and I would not be able to remember everything.
How do you feel about the fact that it got a standing ovation, but some people got up and left right as the applause started?
I thought that was odd. I noticed that some of the people who were leaving, though, had smaller children with them, so it might be because of that.
Or maybe they're like taking the subway. It's kind of unfortunate because that would have been really cool.
Yeah. Who knows?